Welcome back. As mentioned in the first unit, one purpose of assessment is to develop self-discipline and time management skills in our students. Unfortunately, these skills are lacking in many of our students as they have not been explicitly taught. As an educator, I know you juggle many responsibilities at once and manage the high demands of the education sector. One of the most important things that we do as teachers is to help students prepare for real life. Developing skills such as time management will not only help them with their exams, but it will also help them throughout their entire lives. One way to teach time management and build study skills with students is to help them plan their study time. If you are teaching a unit that is going to take 4 weeks with an exam at the end, don't wait to remind them they should be studying until the week of the exam. Yes, this does require intentional planning, but it will definitely pay off in the long run. As you teach, you will most likely let students know what information is important and could be included on an exam. You could use these pieces of information for your warm-up the next day, a great opportunity to use retrieval practice. Some teachers like to drop hints of what information would be useful to know on an exam, but we know teenagers, and they usually need to be told as directly as possible. At the beginning of a unit, go ahead and let your students know when the exam will be. This will help your students understand that there is a deadline to learn and apply the information. Build in weekly checkpoints with your class to check in on their studying. You could even have students share their favorite study methods and what works for them. Not only will they be proud to be chosen to share what works for them, but they will also be motivating their fellow classmates. When helping students develop study skills, there are several key pieces of information to include. It's important to note that we were all very different. The most effective strategy for one student will not necessarily work for all students. It's best to try a variety and see what works for each individual. Base studying off task, not time. Instead of setting a timer with the goal of study English for 90 minutes, try setting the goal of studying one chapter or one topic. Get organized. Break down larger pieces of information into smaller, more manageable chunks. Create a list of topics that need to be reviewed. Highlight the most important information. Consider all the material from class: reading assignments, homework, notes, practice questions, writing assignments. Use retrieval practice. Simply reading over the same notes over and over will not necessarily help you remember or understand something fully. Create flashcards, write summaries, draw diagrams, record important information, and then play it back. Some studies have shown that listening while reading the same information is especially beneficial for non-native English speakers. Get the information learned out of the brain in order to boost the connection that will help solidify the knowledge. Use devices such as mnemonics and word associations, as long as you remember to actually learn the information, not just rote memory of a word or picture. Join a study group. Meet with classmates and take turns quizzing each other, explaining important information, creating practice test questions, revising previous assignments and quizzes, and sharing best practice of study skills. Overall, one of the best ways to help students develop time management and study skills is to model the skills for them. Once students can effectively manage their time and build their study skills, they take control of their academic success.